Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned mega project? We know China certainly does, but what about the rest of the world? Ever since the dawn of the 21st century, the world has seen the emergence of some of the most insane constructions we've ever seen, rivaled only by ancient artifacts. In the early 2000s, countries raced against one another to emerge some of the world's tallest skyscrapers, but then things went quiet for a while. Well, not anymore. In today's video, we are going to dive deep into the world's most important mega projects completing in 2024. Welcome back to Mega Constructions. Starting off with the Olympic venues in Paris, this is surely the one we are looking forward to the most. You might be aware that Paris is hosting the Olympics, marking France's third time hosting the historic games. France wanted to save money in its preparation for it. Typical French behavior. And they decided to go with unconventional ways to build all the necessary infrastructure for the 2024 Olympic Games. France also wanted to keep it clean and environmentally friendly. They reused old buildings and transformed them for their own use. In fact, 95% of the events will be held in already existing buildings or temporary structures, just like the 2022 World Cup, taking a page out of Qatar's book. It was funny that the world laughed at them when they used temporary buildings that were disassembled back then. So most of their buildings were revamped and modernized so that they are fit to hold these games.
You all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
Other temporary structures were spread out across the city in key locations and will later on be dismantled after the games are over. Iconic locations such as the Eiffel Tower will have a stadium right in front of it, and it will shine bright in the background. We can only imagine the spectacular views the games will provide. Imagine Brazil facing off against France in one of those stadiums with the Eiffel Tower in the back as Kylian Mbappe scores. Iconic pictures are incoming. The only permanent venue that they have built for the entire event is going to be the Aquatic Center. It is built with sustainable timber and features a 5,000 square meter roof. Interestingly, this roof will host an entire solar farm, making it one of the biggest solar energy farms in the world and supplying the entire structure with energy. All in all, we cannot wait to witness this amazing creation in action. France went hard in preparing for the 2024 Olympic Games. Hopefully, though, their 2024 Olympics goes nothing like their 2024 Euros, because that was a disaster. Where was Mbappe when you needed him? While we're still on the subject of the Olympics, let's see how France was able to secure the spot and what they had to do. With the next big project on this list being the Seine River cleanup. You see, France wanted to clean the river up for the coming Olympics, but the cleaning of the river was not possible for the last 100 years. That was because the river was basically a wasteland filled with bacteria and fecal matter, a dump. France wanted to clean it, and the entire process cost an astounding $1.5 billion. That tells you all you need to know about how dirty it was. $1.5 billion to clean up bacteria and human waste from water. The French stereotype lives strong. So anyways, they installed a giant tank in there to store the water. The tank was 50 meters wide and 34 meters deep, and it was able to hold 46 million liters of water before it was sent to a treatment facility. The goal was to hold the swimming trials in the river, just as they once had in the 1900 Olympics. The opening ceremony will also take place on the river, and they intend to make it the largest opening ceremony in the history of the Olympics. We can only imagine how spectacular the show is going to be. The lights, the fireworks, the designs, it is going to be special, unlike their Euro 2024 performance. One open play goal in the entire tournament. While we're still in France, the next big project is the famous Notre Dame Cathedral. The Notre Dame went through the tragic fires of 2019, leaving the building up in flames and heavily damaged. Much was destroyed, leaving the iconic structure charred and scarred. Rebuilding it was a must, but it came at a cost. The entire renovation process amounted to almost $1 billion. On top of that, the project also ran into major setbacks. However, the project is still going to be completed by the end of 2024 as planned. Almost all of its exterior will be finished by then, and the cathedral will be opened to the public. Moving on to the masters of mega projects, we go to the other side of the world in China. The International Land-Sea Center, one of the most impressive projects in this video. The tower will soar 488 meters into the sky. It is the tallest building to be completed in 2024 and will be among the top 20 tallest buildings in the world. Even more impressive, China has 8 of the 10 tallest buildings to be built in 2024. We are not surprised that this is coming out of China. In fact, 73 of the 100 tallest buildings currently being built are in China. The massive structure is 98 stories high, and it is part of an 11-tower plan designed by the esteemed Kohn Pedersen Fox architectural firm. The tower will be standing high in Chongqing. One of the city's major train lines will pass right through the bottom of the building, adding to the futuristic, cyberpunk vibe of the city that people have grown to love. To cap off this list, we cannot forget about the people's favorite construction project of the entire year, the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid has revamped their iconic stadium and officially reopened it in 2024, after several long years of construction. What is even more amazing about this is that Real Madrid carried out most of the development program while still using the building for their official matches and competition. That is insane and unheard of when it comes to building a mega project. They were able to pull it off by closing off sections at a time as they worked on them in stages. After one section was finished, they moved on to the next. The only time Madrid switched off to other grounds to hold their matches was during the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown period, and that was due to health reasons. Construction, however, did not stop then. They continued working throughout that period against all odds and found a way. Fast forward to 2024, the historic club has reopened its new grounds with major improvements, such as a retractable roof, retractable pitch with underground greenhouse maintenance, new facilities, shops, hotel rooms, etc. If you want to know more about the stadium development program in more detail, check out our video about the entire project in detail and why it was specifically halted for an official opening until Taylor Swift arrived to do it herself. Well, those were the 5 best projects in our opinion that are dropping in 2024. It is a major surprise that France topped this list with 3 projects of their own, but no doubt they were all connected. Although China has many more projects happening in 2024, none are truly out of this world like the ones on the list, and only the International Center stood out. We also couldn't leave out the Santiago Bernabeu, considering Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world, and also considering what they achieved with their new stadium this year. That is everything for now. Which is your favorite mega construction of 2024? Do you think all these structures will be a success? What other projects would you like to know more about? Please let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't, please subscribe and leave a like for this video. Your support helps us continue our work. Thanks again for your support, and I will see you in the next one.